In this red sea of battery swapping, these uncharted waters, NIO isn't shying away from the storm. Instead, they're making a daring pivot, transforming charging and swapping into a broader energy infrastructure. They're becoming orchestrators of a symphony that powers the future. Shareholders probably don't want to hear this, but it's clear that NIO's journey isn't just about profit. It's a grand vision to revolutionize electric vehicle charging. They're rewriting the rules, they're daring to dream big, and proving that electrifying ideas can transform an entire industry. If you want to be a part of the conversation before it happens here on YouTube, click that link in the description to join the free Courtside Financial Discord. What's going on, everyone? My name's Obi, and welcome back to Courtside Financial, the podcast where we talk about business and technology. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about NIO and unraveling the puzzle of what is battery swapping as it relates to profitability. So this is going to be a pretty good episode per usual. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you leave a comment down below, click the notification bell icon. Your engagement really does go a long way in helping out the channel, and it helps small guys like me continue to put out episodes every single day, Monday through Friday. Alright, so can you believe that NIO owns 68% market share in China of battery swapping facilities? Well, it's true, but they have yet to turn this daring feat into a lucrative venture. And by that, I mean profitability. We all know that the battery swapping model has had a turbulent history and been labeled a losing business by many. There's still people who are not on board with battery swapping altogether. Most of the reason is because of the high upfront investment and ongoing operational expenditure. Yet NIO, with the determination of a lion, has taken on battery swapping as their primary method of refueling from the very beginning, and it's something that has had and still has the industry scratching its head. I'll say that I always liked battery swapping from the jump, well documented on this channel. We have a couple hundred videos and I've talked about it in a lot of them. Well, hold on to your hats, my friends, because NIO's not one to back down from this challenge of actually making battery swapping profitable. If they can succeed, they'll certainly make history. But before we get deeper into the topic at hand, can NIO actually achieve profitability from battery swapping? Let's take a trip down memory lane and remember a time when battery swapping was hailed throughout the industry as the next big thing. That's right, long before NIO, the trailblazing innovator Tesla had battery swapping available for its Model S back in 2013. That's almost 10 years ago. The marketing here was battery swapping would provide a quick swap to eliminate range anxiety, something similar to what we're hearing today with NIO. Unfortunately, the idea seemed to fade away like a distant memory as if it had never happened. Elon Musk himself acknowledged the delays in implementing battery swapping, while Better Place, an Israeli startup, completely failed altogether. You see, many players in the industry realize that battery swapping is really just impractical because each automaker's batteries are uniquely woven into their architecture. Making a one-size approach at that time was nearly impossible. Many at the time believed that battery swapping was a roundabout kind of band-aid solution, but the real key here was to improve charging speeds, and that would be the real fix to address range anxiety. Tesla's superchargers can provide a ton of range in only 15 minutes. Lucid's fast chargers can also provide 300 miles of range in just 20 minutes. And Porsche's Taycan supposedly provides 62 miles of range in just 4 minutes. Now, not to get too far away from NIO, because NIO also does support fast charging, battery swapping isn't their only solution to address range anxiety. They're doing the same thing that a lot of these guys are doing as well. But my point here is that while most of the industry is going in one direction, NIO's going the opposite way. They're doubling down on battery swapping. They're really trying to cement and create a moat for themselves around battery swapping. So I'm very interested in keeping a close eye on NIO as far as this is concerned, because they're not one to back down from a challenge. They seem to be a very ambitious company, and it's always been that way from the jump. They could have just built out their car company in China, the biggest electric vehicle market, but they want to actually expand into a global company as well. And that's something that they, like I said, they've been preaching from the start. At NIO Power Day 2023, which we've also talked about on the channel before, President Qin Lihong has also admitted that they are losing money in battery swapping currently. However, charismatically, he said, let's work together to make less losses and make profit as soon as possible. So that was kind of a sign that the company does really feel like they can make profit out of battery swapping. So what's the secret to profitability here? NIO's going to have to keep improving on their efficiency and expanding their user base. Talked about this too in a video last week. I believe that a leading investment firm in China said that the formula for profitability, being very conservative, is that every battery swapping station that is created has to do 100 swaps a day to reach economies of scale where it is profitable. Keeping that in the back of our mind, NIO has rolled out a catalog of battery upgrade services. They introduced daily rental plans and they supercharged the battery swapping process. Essentially, they're making it alluring and available to the masses. There's also more. NIO's actually taking a leap into the world of vehicle-to-grid technology. Picture this, NIO's charging piles and electric vehicles turning into virtual power plants. All of this in harmony with the national grid network. It's like a symphony of electrons. While NIO's ambition is admirable, like I said, 68% of battery swapping market share in China, we can't forget about the contenders in this electrifying race. Some are saying latecomers are hot on their heels, but obviously, like I said, NIO has 68% market share. By the time a company like Geely gets to 50 battery swapping stations, NIO will probably have 2,000. And they'll begin scaling even faster than they have. This is why I continue to say, if you build it, they will come. They're really depending on infrastructure as their strategy to success. And that is probably the most important thing for the company right now. NIO's energy system profitability is a thrilling ride of continuous innovation and tenacity. Their shift from a free battery swap for every user to now charging a fee might just be the key to unlocking profitability here. It was a bold move indeed, but I think it was the right move, and I think that it'll pay off in the long run. In this Red Sea of battery swapping, these uncharted waters, NIO isn't shying away from the storm. Instead, they're making a daring pivot, transforming charging and swapping into a broader energy infrastructure. They're becoming orchestrators of a symphony that powers the future. Shareholders probably don't want to hear this, but it's clear that NIO's journey isn't just about profit. It's a grand vision to revolutionize electric vehicle charging. They're rewriting the rules, they're daring to dream big, and proving that electrifying ideas can transform an entire industry. NIO's battery swapping odyssey is a story of passion, tenacity, and ultimately the pursuit of greatness. Keep tuning into the Courtside Financial Podcast. We've got you covered here Monday through Friday, new episodes. Let's get to 100 episodes, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the free Courtside Financial Discord link below in the description. You have nothing to lose, only information to gain. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you.